Hare Krishna. We continue to read from teachings of Queen Kunti. These are her special prayers. This is prayer number 9, which comes from in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 26. So we have been reading the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I'll just quickly read the translation. My Lord, your Lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. So Kunti Maharani is saying that why? What happens when we have these 4 things, which are really, we all want these things because they are very attractive qualities: good education, personal beauty, being born in a good family, and being rich. Each of us want that. But then what's the catch is if we get intoxicated by pride with it. Instead of looking at them as gifts of God, if we get proud that, oh, I have this so much, and we get intoxicated with pride, and then we are like, why should I forget? Why should I even remember God? Why should I call out to him? So this is what Kunti Maharani is saying. And so we're going to continue with the purport. These dreams are on the mental, and also because Prabhupada was saying, so, and we get intoxicated, okay, right now I'm in this body, I have so much of these 4 things, and then, but for how long? I forget that I'm going to give up this body one day, and what if in the next life I'm in the body of the dog? So then what happens? Where are all those comforts gone? So they are temporary, so they are like a dream. So these dreams are on the mental platform, the egoistic platform, and the bodily platform. So, okay, now I got intoxicated. I have such nice things. So then Prabhupada is saying, hey, you're dreaming, it's all in your mind. Why? Because when you give up this body, you have to give it up. All these comforts that you have, these perks that you have right now, is as long as the body lasts. If even, sometimes even till the time we are in the body, we lose. So, we might lose our beauty, we might get Alzheimer's or something, forget all we have learned, so if even. So these are dreams on mental platform, egoistic platform, and bodily platform. But I'm not the body. The gross body and subtle body are different from my actual self. The gross body is made of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And the subtle body is made of mind, intelligence, and false ego. But the living being is transcendental to these 8 elements, which are described in the Bhagavad Gita as the inferior energy of God. So again, we come to the same point that we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that what is this material world made up of? It's made up of material elements. So some of these material elements are gross, and some of the material elements are subtle. Mind, intelligence, and false ego are also material elements. They are the subtle material elements. And the gross body, so our body, this body is made up of the gross elements, earth, water, air, fire, ether, and our mind, intelligence, and false ego. But I'm the soul. I'm the soul. I am not these elements. I'm not these. I'm different. The quality of these elements is material, unconscious, whereas I'm the soul, I'm transcendental, I'm supremely conscious. Well, not supremely, because only the Supreme Lord can be supremely conscious, but I am conscious. So, and these 8 elements, this is the inferior energy of the Lord. Why inferior? Because unconscious. The body appears to be living to us, right? We see everyone, we talk to everyone, we see so many bodies, and everything appears to be living. But what happens when the soul leaves that body? Then that same body is just lying there, unable to do anything. So it's not the body that is living. It is the person inside the body that is living, that is makes the body appear to be living. So even if one is mentally very advanced, he does not know that he's under the influence of the inferior energy, just as an intoxicated person does not know what condition he is in. So I might think, okay, I have these qualifications, these material, uh, as we said, right? There's good education and all these things. Now, and so I got proud, but I'm not able to understand. I'm still in the material world. I'm still bound by these modes of material nature, although I'm not the body, I'm the soul, but yet I'm inside this modes of nature. Opulence, therefore, places one in a position of intoxication. We are already intoxicated, and modern civilization aims at increasing our intoxication. In truth, we should become free from this intoxication, but modern civilization aims at increasing it so that we may become more and more intoxicated and go to hell. So what is that is missing in our modern civilization? What is missing is God consciousness, taking us away further and further away from God, taking us away further and further away from the reality that I'm not this body, I'm the soul. And also helping us, it's enabling, not helping, rather enabling us to increase our attachment to this material world. Why? Because increasing that attachment that I'm the body, So in that way, we are losing our touch to who we truly are. We're forgetting I'm the soul, part and parcel of Krishna. So that is intoxication. When we are intoxicated, drunk, we forget who we are, what we are talking, what we are doing. Like that, we have become like that now. Because we have forgotten we are the soul, we're thinking we are the body. Everything we talk, do, think is in terms of the body. Kunti Devi says that those who are intoxicated in this way cannot feelingly address the Lord. They cannot feelingly say, Jai Radha Madhava, all glories to Radha and Krishna. They have lost their spiritual feeling. They cannot feelingly address the Lord because they do not have knowledge. Oh, God is for the poor man, they think. The poor do not have sufficient food. Let them go to the church and pray. Oh God, give us our daily bread. But I have enough bread. Why should I go to church? This is their opinion. So if we have these opulences, material opulences, and with that, we forget that this is in fact a mercy of the Lord, but we start thinking it's me and I'm so powerful because I have this, then it stops us to take shelter of the Supreme Lord, to chant his names, to revive our relationship with him. Nowadays, therefore, because we are in a time of economic prosperity, no one is interested in going to the churches or temples. What is this nonsense, people think? Why should I go to the church and ask for bread? We shall develop our economic condition, and then there will be sufficient supply of bread. In communist countries, this mentality is especially prevalent. The communists make propaganda in the villages by asking people to go to church and pray for bread. And so the innocent people pray as usual, oh God, give us our daily bread. When the people come out of the church, the communists ask, have you gotten bread? No, sir, they reply. All right, the communists say, ask us. Then the people say, oh, communist friends, give us bread. The communist friends, of course, have brought a whole truckload of bread and they say, take as much as you like. Now, who is better, the communists or your God? So this was the propaganda in the communist countries to turn the people away from God consciousness. Then because the people are not very intelligent, they reply, oh, you are better. They do not have the intelligence to inquire, you rascals, where from have you got this? Have you brought this bread? Have you manufactured it in your factory? Can your factory manufacture grains? Because they're Shudras, people who have very little intelligence, they don't ask these questions. A Brahmana, however, one who is advanced in intelligence, will immediately inquire, you rascals, where from have you brought this bread? You cannot manufacture bread. You have simply taken the wheat given by God and transformed it. But this does not mean that it has become your property. So the elements are given to us by the Supreme Lord, by transforming them, we think, oh, because I have transformed it, it belongs to me, without realizing that we did not create it. We didn't create, we simply are using what is given to us, what's available to us, and then we are transforming it. Simply transforming one thing into something else does not make the final product one's own property. For example, if I give a carpenter some wood, some tools, and a salary, and he makes a very beautiful closet, to whom will the closet belong? To the carpenter or to me, the person who has supplied the ingredients? That's something to think of, you know. We call the carpenter, we buy for him all the wood, and we buy for him the tools also. We give him the money also. And then after the closet is made, and then the carpenter cannot say, because I have transformed this wood into such a nice closet, it is mine. You know, imagine if the carpenter says that. Then, similarly, we should say to atheistic men like communists, who is supplying the ingredients for your bread, you rascal? It is all coming from Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says the elements of this material creation are all my property. You have not created the sea, the land, the sky, the fire, or the air. These are not your creations. You may mix and transform these material things. You may take earth from the land and water from the sea, mix them and put them into a fire to make bricks. Then you may pile up all these bricks to make a skyscraper and claim that the skyscraper is yours. But where did you get the ingredients for the skyscraper, you rascal? You have stolen the property of God. And now you're claiming that this is your property. This is knowledge. So Prabhupada is trying to explain to us what is true knowledge. We are thinking, I put my energy, I found some resources, I paid for it, I put my energy in it, and I transform these elements into something else, and so it becomes mine, without understanding that the elements are given to us by Krishna. We have been hearing that. Today we heard it in Chaitanya Charitamrita, no? That all these elements are there. They're supplied to us by the Supreme Lord. We are not creating it. We cannot create air. We cannot create water. We can simply transform, but the elements, they exist. Unfortunately, those who are intoxicated cannot understand this. They think we have taken this land of America from the Red Indians and now it is our property. They do not know that they are thieves. In the Bhagavad Gita clearly says that one who takes the property of God and claims it as his own is a thief. Stena eva saha. So we are taking God's property and we say, this is mine. This is mine. We are leaving God out of God's own property. And that is the thing that we have to correct. We have to understand whatever is given to us is by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. I didn't create it. So then it does not belong to me. How can it belong to me if I didn't create it? I simply transformed it, or I simply found it, or I'm simply born in this particular land. That doesn't mean that it belongs to me. It belongs to the Creator, the Supreme Lord. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Any comments? Anyone wanted to comment anything? Because the purport is still a bit longer. We can do it tomorrow. We'll stop here and continue with the purport tomorrow. Did anyone want to comment anything? Add anything?
No, all good.
So we'll stop here then for today. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Kunti Maharani ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.